Let me guess. The reason you clicked on this video is Instagram just hasn't been performing the way it should be. Views are down, engagement's down, accounts are getting shadow banned, accounts are getting permanently banned. What is going on? Well, within this video, I'm going to be sharing exactly what is going on with Instagram and what you can do moving forward to keep your accounts safe, to keep your accounts performing, and ride this wave of Instagram playing silly games. Because understanding what Instagram does, adapting your strategy, adapting your approach is going to allow you to keep accounts safe, but also keep performing through harder algorithm changes. That way, views are going to remain consistent, growth is going to remain consistent, and of course, all of that converting traffic to your OnlyFans is going to remain consistent. So, what's going on? Last week, Instagram rolled out an update where the link in bio suddenly stopped working to an extent. Now, previously, what we would do is we would use deep link technology to help convert to a higher standard. The reason for it is when people click on the link in bio through Instagram, it sends them to Safari instead of the Instagram browser. The difference, Instagram browser will open up, and for a user to subscribe to you, they have to input their details manually. When it opens on Safari, there's a good chance they're already logged in. So the time it takes to then convert your OnlyFans probably halves when using deep link technology. Now, Instagram has been against this for a while. We know this because they did a similar thing going back about 6 months ago. Now, they've done a similar thing again, and they've kind of banished deep link technology. You'll notice when you click the link in the bio, it always opens within the Instagram browser. Now, for Instagram to release such a big update such as this, that wouldn't have happened overnight. That would have been months of testing, trial and error, rolling things out early doors, impacting algorithms, so that when that update does roll out, a lot of people have already suffered the impact of it. Account bans, shadow bans, accounts going under for fraud and deception. And ultimately, when these big updates happen, when these big changes hit, which pretty much is primarily focused towards adult entertainers because they're the ones using the deep link technology for conversions, they're the ones who are impacted the most. Because it's almost like having a magnifying glass on your Instagram page. If there's any risky content that's just flown under the radar for a little bit too long, you now have a magnifying glass on your account, boom. What is that type of content? Doesn't fit the guidelines, bans, shadow bans, etc. So then, what can you do to mitigate this impact moving forward? Okay, well, we need to understand that Instagram have really had this issue with the link. That's where the big update has happened. So we need to use that as the first primary focus. What you don't want to do is have one link shared across multiple Instagram accounts. As an agency, since this update rolled out, we're making unique links for every single Instagram account. Now, we run a lot, okay? Maybe over 100 Instagram accounts between all of our clients. There is not one Instagram account that shares the same link. We want that extra level of security because we did face bans, and the only thing that was tying some of these accounts together was utilizing the same link in the bio. And with the link in the bio being the main point of impact within this new update, I think having the same link across multiple accounts is just too risky right now. And I do believe it's going to impact performance of content. So if you have multiple Instagram accounts that you're running, whether you're an agency, whether you're a model, have a unique link in the bio. Have a separate link. Just keep safe. Even if it makes no difference, keep it safe. Because in my opinion, it will make a difference to the account safety, the trust score, and then of course the overall performance of the content. Secondly, when you are using these links, make sure to still use the deep link feature. Now, what this is going to do is it's still going to open within the Instagram browser, but when you click on the OnlyFans bio or the OnlyFans link, it then sends you to a browser. So it's one extra step. It's one extra level of security with Instagram, but it's still a safe way to keep conversions high. What we don't want to do is start panicking and start really coming up with these nonsense funnels when no one's going to achieve the success of the start of the funnel and reach all the way to the end of the funnel because there's just too many steps, too many complications. We still want to keep it simple because simple scales, but we still want to be that extra level of safety. Now, if you have been impacted by shadow bans, here's what I suggest. You need to tame it down a little bit. Just while Instagram has really gone hard on these accounts, I would advise just to let your accounts breathe a little. Archive any affected content and make sure the content that you're being pushed out now is a little bit more on the safer side. Because what you don't want to do is risk losing your account entirely. You want to make sure your account is safe. Otherwise, you're having to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get these accounts back. Next, is when you are utilizing multiple Instagram accounts, when you are posting on multiple Instagram accounts, make sure the content being pushed out to each individual profile is unique. Even if that is just edited ever so slightly, even if you have done the little micro adjustment, a different sound, different text on screen, made a slight adjustment to the effect or the impact of the video, that is going to allow the individual content to perform better, and it's going to mean there's going to be no ties connected between uploads. If you upload the same piece of content, it has the same metadata, and you upload it to multiple accounts, they're going to tie two accounts together, and that is ultimately where you get the fraud and deception shadow ban, or ban in some cases. So you want to make sure that no accounts are tied to one another. You want to make sure that all the accounts you run have different links in the bios, and all the accounts you run are getting different uploads. Now, it can be the same content, but like I said, just make a slight different edit so that it isn't the exact same piece of content going from account to account to account. Now, finally, if you looked on your account status, it's green, but things just simply aren't performing. Why is this? Well, when Instagram rolls out these big updates, it does have impacts to the algorithm. My suggestion would be, if you wanted to hard reset things, change your username, change your profile picture, remove your bio, and leave it like this for 48 hours. Leave it like that for 48 hours, continue to upload as normal, but it almost acts as a bit of a hard reset of the account. And from our experience, this has always been a way to breathe a little fresh air on the account. Now, whilst you've done this, I also want you to double down on trial reels. If you've got trial reel access, make sure you are utilizing it, because we want to appeal to new audiences. Now, you should be doing this anyway, but when things are like this, and when we're struggling on the main feed, or main feed videos are up and down because of the algorithm changes, we will put more of our attention towards trial reels. We will double the upload volume. We will make sure the content being put out on trial reels is all unique. Like I mentioned, you don't want to upload the same piece of content twice. So you want to make little edit variations. You want to make little adjustments so that every video that gets posted on trial reels is unique. By doubling down on trial reels, it's going to allow you to bring in new people, bring in a breath of fresh air, bring in new audiences to then engage with the main feed posts. That's then going to get the ball rolling. It's going to allow you to regain momentum. And these are all steps that we've done as an agency to take necessary protocol in terms of regaining performance of accounts, keeping accounts safe, making sure funneling is still effective, because ultimately Instagram is a huge platform that we want to maintain a level of success with. We've found a huge success with Instagram, and we want to maintain that. So when Instagram starts playing games, we need to play the game as well. And we need to start understanding the direction Instagram wants to take things. We need to understand how we can then counteract that in terms of keeping performance high whilst keeping pages safe. And by doing these things within these videos, you're going to maintain a level of success, efficiency, and effectiveness of your views and your content heading into 2026. Now, if this video was valuable and you was able to gain some insight on how you can keep your account safe with all the Instagram updates, how you can maintain a high level of performance with this new update, and how you can continue getting effective views and engagement within your pages, drop me a like, drop me a follow, drop me a comment on your thoughts. And if you are in a position where you are constantly being attacked by the algorithm, which we've seen many times, there's a very good chance I can help on a personal level with a few extra touches to make sure your account is completely safe and performing the way it should be. So with that being said, I look forward to seeing everyone in the next video. Make sure to drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.